a brave new world, Aldous Huxley, all the way down to your jeans and chucks. Me, my loved ones, Holliston, above none, recognize that these ballers, we're not done. In the immortal words of KRS-One.
Hey, do me a favor.
What's up?
Can you just, so that since it's in the background, can you give us a quick freestyle about that?
Vast display of marshland could never suffer from the man and his harsh plan. The estuary, the temporary overstanding that it be a substance abuse like SO, he's the homie. I breathe this open air, no more mesothelioma. How do you say that word? It doesn't even matter what occurred. It's like spitting words for the birds, the ducks, the quails. And that's where we dwell. Open up my mind, step beyond any spells that are cast. I gotta go. These brothers got a video to shoot, right? It's all love. Peace.
Hey guys, let's get ready to hear that invincible music. Here's the slate. Ready?
Yo. Yo, yeah. Get that boy a drink, get it in a rhyme, give him geared up at the denim supplier, Ralph Lauren. Then I go out touring and out scoring. I'm chilling with the homie Alf, we ain't boring. Yeah, we keep it balls to the wall, to the ceiling and the flooring. God damn it, my flow is so prehistoric. It's like a saber tooth, I come straight up.
Rise meteoric with vocalizations that dominate your Facebook notifications. Yeah, that's me with a little bitty number on the mic showing my ass like an average plumber. That's how I do it, cause they all full of ass crack, have them falling and need insurance from Aflac. Just ask the duck cause they whack as fuck. I hit them once with a truck, then backed it up.
Yo, like my man said, it's the notification. I know that they hate me cause I'm controlling the nation. I spit so raw, you spit when I spit, you'd break your own jaw, kill your old pa, slap your old ma. Maybe could even turn old dog to coleslaw. And then I'd be out like so long. I'm one of the great ones. I spit like Frank in a cipher. 8888 done.
Check it. I whipped so many niggas, they swear I was in Django. Diva gets came through and I'm dancing like a tango. No, but I ain't jiggy when I kick it with my people when I represent my city. Lemert Park, get it when the dark. Everybody try to act hard, no heart. They want to blame it, but they can't claim it. Kick it with the homies on the front, I'm slanging.
Yeah, I be trying to make hot records, so I'm kinda out of shape like I'm Brock Lesnar. I spend the whole weekend drunk, and I'm from Chicago like I'm CM Punk. Yeah, heavyweight championship, I be watching MCs is thirsting how they trying for spitboxing, but not really with it. I rip them like Wonka did that golden ticket, so fucking terrific. Shit, I'm small just like a midget, but no, that's the improper term. MCs better watch it and wait until it burns, or wait until it turns to the left. Iron Solomon got it next.
Yeah. Old school like a text via telegram. I don't gotta tell you that I'm nice, you could tell I am. So tell your girl and then tell your man, and write a telegram from jail home so you could tell your fam. Now everybody that you know that I'm the boss like Hugo. Roll up in the Tudo, but nah, it ain't new, yo. The shit's from like 72, yo, cause I'm too broke and that's some honesty.
I see words in my head, I line them up, arrange them, and then I said, yeah, I spit them, and that's how I led. Freddie's dead, and his procreate.
Freestylers have the ability to think on their feet, and as they rhyme, they're making the rhyme up as they go along.
Ain't nothing like it, so nigga can answer. Serious as cancer, I was a dancer, then I turned into a lyrical romancer.
I'm in a place in the business such where I travel around and am more and more gaining a footing in the independent aspects of rap music.
He said word and I said where we out, but I represent this shit right now. KMPNDDK.
I mean, you gonna mess up. Sometimes you gonna not rhyme. Sometimes you gonna inadvertently dish yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma stop it right now, spin it around freestyle like 101.
It's a lot like a sport. Right now, it's most like boxing.
Freestyle 101. Off with the dome, spontaneous homes. Pick the word or a tone and jump on it gone. Skateboard, slide, grind, and a kick. Well, come back with some gangster shit, see walk on it. Back on the board, keep going around, go. Kick, push, do your fucking go. Freestyle 101. Freestyle 101. Freestyle 101. P-A-C-E is lesson, you know where I got it from. Freestyle 101. Freestyle 101. Freestyle 101. Let me explain freestyle 101.
New York, the mid-1970s. A handful of breakthrough artists combined the visual power of graffiti art and a fresh new craze called breakdancing with a backbeat of a DJ and a hungry MC armed only with a microphone. Through this marriage of urban art styles, hip-hop was born. Vocally, rapping took the sensibility of spoken word poetry and put it to a beat. Some wrote their rhymes down, while others made their rhymes off the top of their head, a skill later called freestyling.
Hip-hop started as hip-hop in 1973. We date the birth of hip-hop 1973. The first documented hip-hop party was given in a small apartment building on the west side of the Bronx by DJ Kool Herc. And so we mark that date as the birth of hip-hop. We mark that place as the birthplace of hip-hop. And we mark that DJ as the father.
Kool Herc, started doing these shows. And they're famous now, but it was a rec room on Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx. And Melly Mel used to bring people out and throw these little hip-hop parties, DJing. Then got to the point where they throw a little MC to talk, and they say that was the birthplace.
Sedgwick and Cedar, Bronx, New York, birthplace. Kool Herc block party, hip-hop's first stage, Zulu Nation. The man looked at as the grandfather. Kevin Donovan, later known as Bambada, Love Bug, Starsky, Coke LaRock, first MC, Cold Crush, Furious 5, Trish 3, Mo D. First national TV spot was Curtis Blow. Mr. Magic had the first ever radio show. UTFO, Houdini, Run DMC, Energy, The God Rock, Kim, KRS, and Public Enemy. The plus one was Ja Rock, Queensbridge had Shantae, MC Light, Salt and Pepper, fuck what any man say. Schoolie D started gangsta rap, let me bring it back. In the Ronald Reagan 80s, epidemic slinging crack. Golden era kings, in my opinion, were the Juice Crew. Native tongue flavor unit, hit squad, breakthrough. Hip-hop became more commercial, but some stayed true. Fast forward to the 90s, new crew named Woo.
Freestyling is something that means to come off the top of your head and make a rhyme up, But at one point, freestyling meant, just rhyming about no subject matters, because a lot of MCs was making stories and lyrics with subjects, so freestyle kind of meant just braggadocious. But then it came to a point where freestyle artist basically means to let the lyrics flow freely through you and come off your head. And I didn't get good at that until around the age of 16, where you give me anything, you could say a mosquito, and I come with a whole fucking 2-minute rap about a mosquito. You know what I mean?
Yo, get it. Well, at the age of 18, I was an MC fiend. Needed rehabilitation to release the steam. I've been rhyming so long and now I'm finally hooked. And I ain't saying I'm the best, but I've never been took. Yo, I'm a cool poet, rhyming alcoholic, rhyming so correct it take a week to install it. Call my bluff and say I'm copping the plea for the vocal line music. You're out of my league. Yeah, it's time. My name is Dawn. I'm strung on the rhymes. And it's getting to the point where you're just wasting my time. But if you think that you want some, do for a taste. See me with your mic and eat me face to face. Cause I'm a magic magician. Keep on dissing. When I rock the jam, you know the crowd do listen. I'm an explorer, like a Tom Sawyer. Got a rep for rapping and I never bow before ya. Girl charmer, night with sharks and armor. Causing more destruction than an aircraft bomber. Wound healer, drinking mad tequila. My girl is a secret, so I never real reveal. I'm a nighttime filler. From the killer hill, I rock a block party from any time until it's sentimental, not an oriental. Rhyming so legit, you wouldn't think that I was mental. Captain Crunch, crunchy chunk, blue and white dunks. Crunch,
it just go way back to the Sugar Hill Gang. I think that was like one of the first songs that I really heard and really started getting into, you know what I'm saying, at my time back in like 77, you know what I mean, earlier, whatever. Sugar Hill Gang with a Pow Pow Boogie and the Big Bang Bang, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite joints when I ever went over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good. The macaroni salad, the peas are mushing, and chicken tastes like wood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they get into, Rakim and all of them. Yeah, that's definitely the facts of life right there. But I go back to White Line, Vivid Dreams of Passion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I look up hip hop in the dictionary, man, I just see like, smart entrepreneurs, like a group of minorities that came up from nothing and had these harsh realities, mixed with this soulfulness to express to the people, man. That's me too.
It's unfair being from New York, to be honest with you, as an artist,
in hip-hop because being that it was born here, they expect so much out of us. You know what I'm saying? So when we do a song, not only does it have to be a catchy hit record, but you have to lyrically rip it down crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know what I'm saying, it could even be respected coming out of New York. You can't get away with just doing whatever, man.
Our rebellion against disco was the breeding ground for hip-hop, you know what I mean? We try to create our own disco, okay? Our version of a disco, okay? You can wear your sneakers, your hats, whatever the fuck you want to wear. You come as you are.
You had Bambaataa and you had Cold Crush and Grandmaster Flash and, you know, that was the school I come from.
Somebody would come through with the hot new tape. Y'all got Cold Crush performing at such and such club last night, and let me get a copy. And everybody bring their blanks out and dub copies, and then, you know, when you had that new routine that they were doing at the club, you were the hottest dude if you had that tape.
Because these mixtapes back then with your freestyles and doing all that was street albums damn near. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you couldn't get a deal, this was an album on the street that came out. They was waiting for a mixtape to hit New York City. You know what I mean? So it's a little sweeter now. Like, they, you know, you get the game right now. They just, anything's on the mixtape, and it's just so, you don't even want to listen to the whole shit because you're like, who the hell is this?
I freestyle before, like, I even write a song. Like, I just freestyle out words, you know what I'm saying, just to get the words down packed. So if you can't really freestyle, you're gonna be able to write, because you got people can't freestyle, but they write hella songs. I'm saying, and they're hella good songwriters. But the only thing is, it's even better when you can freestyle, because, like, man, I'm saying, and you just listening to the beat and you just freestyle, like, I'm saying, I'm a soldier, or whatever it is, and it just comes out to you. You're like, yo, wait, that's a hot hook. That it stays in your brain, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna write that down. Like Jay-Z goes in the booth, no pen, no pad. I'm saying, just go in and just freestyle and record it down and just, you know what I mean, memorize it back, and he has his verse.
Where, like, when I came up, you had to do at least two things, and you couldn't even call yourself hip-hop when I came up. Like, so all of us were breakdancers, graffiti artists, and rappers, and if we could afford turntables, we were DJs too. You had to do everything.
MDK, Mortal Kombat, spread wings like wombat, but species is way beyond that. I tap on any MC like I was tap shoes. MCs wanna rap, but nobody wants to rap with you. I don't like your attitude, so I'll battle you over a cup of apple juice and use aphorisms to battle midgets for raffle tickets. It has to be me, MC, will never be below, but I also come back when I represent without no cheat
yo, it's a me from the Super Barrio, brother, and you can't believe it like this was Fabio's butter, and I'm an audio lover. I'm working things out, burning the cardio blubber. So what, sir, you wanna battle me? You can't count the strikes in Counter-Strike that I've attacked with Half-Life. Not smoking on crack pipes, cause that's life. And that's how we rip it though, thirsty fish, we working this.
Freestyling is not an East Coast or a West Coast thing. It's a hip-hop thing.
Originally, the term freestyle had nothing to do with it being off the top of the head.
Freestyling used to mean just using a rhyme that wasn't attached to something, like a song, a routine, or part of a group situation. It was just one of the rhymes that you had, a random rhyme.
Freestyling in New York means something different than what it means in LA. In LA, it means off the top of the dome. In New York, I've heard rappers like Curtis Blow even say it. But freestyle is just a rap you haven't heard yet.
Nowadays, freestyling just means off the head. Back in the day, off the head, off the dome was like, you know, you just rapped off, you know, whatever came to your head. Like Roxanne Shante, she would just, you know, she didn't even write rhymes in the studio. Like, if she wrote, you'd be like, what? You know, she just freestyled half of those classic, you know, Have a Nice Day. She had all these classic records, and they were off the head.
When Roxanne Shante, you know what I'm saying, Roxanne, when they UTFO and all them, and they was going at it, I'm like, wow, I got Mr. Magic is playing. I put the tissue on the top of the TDK and was doing it like that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, this is crazy. Did you hear what she said back to them and all that?
So somewhere along the way, the term freestyle started to connote, you know, rhyming off the top, and that's what people now refer to it as.
It's an evolution, and I think even in the 90s when like freestyle was like the catchword, I think the idea is that you have certain lines that are your go-to lines, and you have certain fallback stuff, and the ability to be spontaneous and mix in stuff that you're thinking of on the spot, you know, something about somebody's clothing or the club that you're in, and then pull on those other lines and those other parts of your brain that you just have these different pieces stored.
Freestylers have the ability to think on their feet, and as they rhyme, they're making the rhyme up as they go along. I'm coming off the dome right now. I'm just making this stuff up as I go along.
Special ops, we going in.
Enough talk, niggas talk too much. I said it, time to splash, bitch niggas. Gunfights, paramedics call my regiment up. At midnight, tip on the flashlight. You claim you want beef, it's too tough. Called you bluff, shot you such close range, blew out your eardrums. Hit you with the Mac, blast your cage out your back. The other niggas stepped up and got bucked by my ninjas. Casualty after casualty, all up in you. You're not a street vet yet, bitch, you're a beginner. My niggas eat punks like your crew for dinner. Rocky and broad daylight to make the wrist double. Hit you in the lung with my gun, watch your chest bubble. Step on, I feel the Teflon, black talons. Rip through your vest, hit your chest, lose your balance. You never had no drama with the real, now you want it. My skill got you haunted, the ski mask got on it. Shoot, bitch, bust your gun. Catch your body, cuz, not your motherfucker. You don't know who your mommy was, cock back, let the shit fly and make me die. The West Coast will walk around daily with the toaster. No escape, BMS, roll out the yellow, take chalk off the sidewalks. It's New York, come on, it's the gamble of your life tonight. Are you a G that makes your gun sing, or bitch with a tongue ring? Flat out on what this shit's all about. Nocturnal with the flamethrower, USDA know us. Not no toy, I'm cold in the camo. Load up your ammo, blow out your candles. You could be a fly nigga, die nigga. You could catch your dick up in the daylight. Fuck around with my niggas. Come with your task force, I blast with my mask off. I don't give a fuck about you repping your hood. You now fucking with your last nigga, quicker blast. I don't give a fuck it in that ass, nigga. You don't really wanna try with the fly. It's click bang, you going hustler. I pull the trigger long, I dot, get shot, CE, big T, reload, flip the clip. Come on, nigga, get me stuck in hell with the splinter cell. It don't get no harder than this. Are you retarded as shit? Fag dump with the black mag, trunk with the duffel bag, blood on the ski mask, throw off the blue rag. Looking at me like your ass didn't know. See me in the apple, 24s in the snow. Hitting switches out in Cali in the hood, you won't go. My clique cooks the crack in the Pyrex. Pimp with the finest, decided who would die next. Gone with your punk ass life and your wife. Iceberg, nigga, what?
It is an extreme sport, so when I see skateboarders skateboard freestyle off, snowboard freestyle off, like, okay, I understand that is true. Because out there on that board, yeah, you have to really make up as you're going along, because most of the time, if you don't have nothing, you can't think of nothing to say, 90% of the time, that means rapping is not for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you have something to say or something hits you and you can come with, like, I lost my girl the other day. My grandmama passed away. My daddy all up in my ear. I'm losing my place to stay. Ain't got no rent to fucking spend. But my daughter wants some things. So I'm back up on the street, chopping rocks and selling chains. Now I'm moving like a gangster. Got a gun that I should shoot. God is all up in my ear. Every Sunday with a suit. With my book up in my hand. And I'm crossing just to you. Everybody ain't gonna live. Some people gotta die too. Only if you think about what you gonna think about. See, I'm cold thinking loud. But I know what I'm talking about. But if you been talking too, so I know you feel me though. You can write this shit down or just say it like I'm saying it though. Same thing.
A jazz player that's gonna just, improvise and just play what he's feeling at the time, his emotions and so forth, and his thoughts, that express those musically is very similar to a rapper freestyling off the head.
To take it from the great jazz artists like Bird and Miles, what their brains were thinking and what their motor skills were doing, their creative side was doing with their thinking side, was beautiful, and we call it freestyling.
Learning pattern control, learning how to beat and rhyme, and keep the subject and the pattern and what's cohesive and the elements and the atmosphere around you. That would come in handy when you're recording. That would come in handy if you didn't memorize all your rhymes and shit, battling. Back then they used to call it like come off the dome. They used to call it sky rap on this side. So on the East Coast, they used to call it the wild style, freestyle, but a lot of the times they would call freestyle back then just busting in the street, free, I guess.
Namaste, MYKA space 9. It's all love. I redefine freestyle rhyme. MySpace me, Micah9.com. High pop moms. I'm an underground hip hop icon. Jump through your sunroof, run through your funds, dude. I'm 100 proof. Got too much spit for one booth. I'm the truth. You a damn liar. If I'm not hotter than campfire, these energy vampires sound like Sanjaya. They manginas. Tucking they tail inside their vagina. Old timer, 49er rhymers with Alzheimer. When I'm blowing up more spots than underground coal miners. I'm the laughing hyena that's killing them with kindness. Got more lines than sinus. Get more peanuts than Linus. You can call mine some nappy-headed flows like Don Imus. God have mercy on your soul, this you must pray, because you fell off and got booed just like Miss USA. I'm timeless. These cats are spineless little furballs, and I don't have to quit inside the cypher just because my girl calls. I'm so sick of I'm about to Earl, y'all. Freestyle Fellowship, Haiku Guitar Project Blue. It's a whirlwind, snatching you up like your girlfriend. Inside dilemma, I don't need to listen to your demo or the instrumental. I'm from South Central and my final intro is to let your menstrual flow. You period. You're not taking me serious, you're more curious, I'm furious. Dilapidated funk dies, the raps die, they capsize. A lot of these cats in the bowl of piranha with their face get baptized. It's all love, you couldn't play me if we were we. And if I was an invisible MC and you try to strike me out on TV, there's so much envy. A lot of MCs never recognize the sacred geometry. Gee, I'm a G, look at me, I'm a tree. I grow, beyond the flower of life, I flow. And I will devour you on sight. Snatch your life, take the ultimate price of sacrifice. Cook it up like a sack of rice. These cats is pitiful. I'm more critical and I'm spinning them with the centrifugal force, giving them more inertia. And what's worse, these dudes ain't critical. I'm just serving these fools. It's not even that difficult. Observing the rules, and on earth, as I grow, they see the worth and the pain of the woes. Dudes don't even know how Mike and I grows. Like Haiku Guitar, Freestyle Fellowship, Project Blows, y'all. It's all love. Yeah. It's all love. And above and beyond the rest, a lot of these cats can't get it off their chest to open up their chest like sesame. I'm breathing down their neck, my foot up on their back. These cats don't even know they're still disrespecting me. Insect MCs, I take off your wings and crush you, but instead I'll let you go free, catch you in a jar with a little piece of paper on top. My style rocks beyond the side of a skyscraper. I got a rock. I like eating capers and salads a lot. I got the balance. Dudes don't understand. I rock the block and concoct different type of thingamabobs and highly sensitive circuitry. I work at these with these different degrees. I never parakeet. I bury deep these thieves who don't know. It's simply me. Myself and I, my loved ones fly. They already know that Mike 9 spy verse spy tactics can never kill the fly way I utilize with skill, jumping up the skillet into the propane out the gas jet flame. Cats checks any name. So many different scientific theories are given throughout the universe, degrees, the healization throughout the cosmosis. My psychosis is a crowd that's throwing me roses and bravos. Who wants to oppose this? I know. A couple of cats who are finally out, like want to contest like a nice route without getting socked in their snout. They albino, but they cut this word on vinyl or any other demo or replay tape. Shows these fools I go more than wild, more than ape. Crushing them like the skin of grapes. Cats don't even know it, I've seen the fake. Revenge the rake. Yo, keep digging in the crates. Keep the love. With the 9 to 7 straight. Oh yeah. Is that cool? Got enough cannon fodder? Enough for the kids? Can I go now?
Freestyle is like a lucid reality, you know, like they say that life is just a dream, that this is all a dream that lasts like 100 years. But when you're asleep, dreams are more lucid. You can be anywhere at any time. Only this reality is more structured.
Life is like freestyling. You know, you don't have a set goal. You don't have a set journey, and sometimes you do, and you still get hit with a speed bump. You may stumble, and it may change your whole trajectory, but your end goal is to win.
I mean, you're gonna mess up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna mess up sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna not rhyme. Sometimes you're gonna inadvertently dish yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna say something stupid, but if you could just bounce back and just keep it going, you know, that's where you kind of get your respect from. And you gotta kind of have like a low amount of fear.
Freestyle is a thought. So if it's a thought and you put it on paper, it ain't a freestyle no more. You know, simple. You know, as simple as that. You know, if I just choose to go willy-nilly with it, and you know what I mean, then it's a freestyle, you know? The thoughts you put on paper and the thoughts you just spit out sporadic. You know, that's the difference between a song and a freestyle.
You know, there was cats that wrote their raps and dudes that did it off the top of the head. And with the guys that were writing it, you could pretty much tell it was written, you know what I mean? Because it was, you could tell there was a lot of structure there where guys from off the top of the head, they were just spitting a lot of stuff that sounded cool. Really, some of it didn't make sense. It became one of those things where you had to be good at both. You had to be good at writing and freestyling. There are some dudes that do it better than others, like a guy like Supernatural, you know, which is probably one of the best at freestyling off the top of his head.
The best freestyler I've ever seen in my life is a rapper named Supernatural. And I've seen him, like, just pick people out of the audience and make intricate rhymes. And not rhyme simple, rhyme 3-syllable words together off the head.
Listen, listen. He is incredible, yo, I am a king. When I'm on the mic, I could spit about anything under the sun. Yo, listen to me drop it. Now this is the part where you dig into your pockets. Okay, very slick when I start to ride. Yo, my freestyles off the top is classified. Everywhere I go, you could never know. I kill the microphone at any tempo. This is part of the show, it's very necessary. And if you gotta find me, hit me on the BlackBerry. Yeah, that's the way that I drop. I speak me, so dig into your pocket right now and E3. And she's so cute, every time that she blasts quick, a gap in the teeth, and she gave me a chapstick. Yeah, tell you what, and we like it like that. Incredible memoirs of a cat named Super Nat. Yo, you know it's so hot, and I blow it so hot. Have you ever seen a white man take off, give a black man a watch? Hey, blow the spot, and we can spit again. And yo, it's not a Rolex, it's just a Citizen. Every time that I blow, I blaze. I could spit like this, and we rhyme for days. Couldn't you tell? Grab the microphone on the drum. He gave me a pack of watermelon gum, beats on the drum, spit like a scanner. Way that I could do it, I use my bandana. This is what I do, I'm sick like the flu. Freestyle so hard that he jumped out his shoe. Pew, put it back on, transform. When I'm on the mic, I truly blast long. Could you comprehend with the style that I send? This is all off the dome, so I don't need a pen. Yo, I'm going in, every time I'm flowing in. Flavor so hard, they can call me George. AK, yo, we put it down like that. His first name Jeremy and his last name Rap. Hey, yeah, brother, 3 seconds flat. Off the top of the dome, it's the cat Super Nat. And when I'm on the mic, yo, they can never tempt me. Is the bottle half full or is it half empty?
It's spontaneous. You gotta be quick on your feet. You have to think on the fly and always keep it moving. And it is a game to me too when I'm on stage freestyling to see how much I can come up with off the head, how much I can make on the spot, you know, how many people I can move by my music. For those that don't know, I currently hold the world record for the longest freestyle rap off the dome. We did that at San Bernardino at the fairgrounds out there, the Orange Show. And it was 9 hours and 15 minutes off the head. And until you've attempted something like that, you can't possibly imagine the mental power that it takes to pull off something like that. Every hour, in between hours, they would make us take a break so that I could catch my breath. It was only a 5-minute break you were allotted, but just to be on stage rhyming for that long, you go into like a euphoria almost. You go into a different world.
For me, when I was like rhyming every single day, all the time, I could like feel several different trains of thought going on at the same time. So I could, you know what I was about to say, and then I would also be thinking about the next rhyme while I was saying one, and then another part of me was almost outside of my body, like holy shit, am I really doing this right now? Like I'm killing it, you know?
Incredible. I grow just like the Hulk's bulk when he gets angry. Don't try to fight it, it's tangy. MCs get strangled at different angles. Trigonometry or GO with the free flow. This shit is below zero. And skill-wise, I kill.
So what does it actually take to rap? What is your brain doing when you're improvising as opposed to reading? What is behind the science of rapping?
My flows is the focus, hocus pocus, they disappear. Check what I engineer. MCs get filled with fear. I'm a fucking billionaire. Listening to Doom's gazillion ear. Yeah.
I was invited out by the National Institutes of Health. They wanted to do a pilot program where they measured the brain activity in the different lobes while someone was engaging in freestyle rap.
My name is Charles Lim. I'm an otolaryngologist, a head and neck surgeon here at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. In common terms, what that means is that I study ear, nose, and throat medicine. I focus on how people hear complex things such as music. My clinical practice is all based on treatment of people with hearing loss or musicians or deafness. And then my research all centers around how it is that we're able to do this thing called music. So as a musician, I've been playing jazz for my whole life, and one of the main things about jazz is that the music is improvised. And so this is something that as a listener and as an amateur player, I'd always thought, wow, this is kind of great. You know, I love improvising. I love listening to somebody improvise. The more I started listening to jazz and thinking about it at a higher level, I started thinking, oh, how are they doing this? How does John Coltrane do that when he's playing? How did Miles Davis do that? And at first it was really the kind of question that anybody who likes music or jazz would ask. You know, you'd kind of casually throw that question out there. But for me, it became more than a casual question. I said, wow, you know, how does he do it? And then I thought to myself, well, Let's try to find out. I wanted to start directing my efforts towards music, and I decided to study functional brain imaging. That's a method relatively recent, depending on your frame of mind, where you can take a person, put them in an MRI machine, and look at their brain activity while they're doing something. So in my case, if I designed an experiment properly, I should be able to study how a jazz musician or a freestyle rapper improvises in real time.
Thumb of the beat, you know, repeat. Rhythm and rhyme, make me complete. Climb and sublime when I'm on the mic. Spin rhymes that'll hit you like a lightning strike. Search for the truth in this eternal quest. My passion's not fashion, you can see how I'm dressed.
When we did the functional brain scanning of jazz musicians, the results were pretty striking to me. In the end, what we found, though, was that the whole brain is really engaged during a process of improvisation. Creativity engages the entire brain. And that in and of itself is a pretty remarkable finding. But very specifically, we also found that in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, that's this part of the brain up here that really separates humans from animals, we had a very interesting combination of things where a broad portion of this brain was turning off. And by turning off, I mean it was relatively deactivated. And these are areas that are thought to be involved in many things, including conscious self-monitoring, self-censoring, self-inhibition, a way to kind of put a context to what you're doing. All the rule-based ways that we evaluate our own efforts and goal-directed behaviors are all filtered through this consciousness that we have. And in improvisation, that consciousness was being turned off.
In LA, the underground hip-hop that was cracking was due to the fact that gangster rap was so big, and nobody knew that there were cats out here that were doing, you know, conscious rap or just rap that was the alternative to gangster.
Growing up in LA, you know, we caught the hip-hop and the rap influence a little bit later. You know, New York had it first, and it started trickling down here to LA on a station called KDAY.
As far as me taking notice of gangster rap, it would be Ice-T, NWA. Obviously, the next evolution after that is Snoop, Death Row, Pac, and their counterparts would be Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas.
As far as Los Angeles and California, man, it was nothing like it. Everything that was rapped about, you could walk out your front door and see, and you know, without even wanting to be a part of it, you were a part of it, man. So that's how I came up, and you know, it was scary because you know, the music, the lifestyle, Los Angeles in general, the riots when I was 11 years old, like you could die, you know, being a part of what it was transforming into.
From the coexistence of, you know, what we call gangster rap, the NWAs, to what became, you know, considered the avant-garde West Coast hip-hop, which is, you know, Far Side and Freestyle Fellowships. Now we have, you know, the up-to-date and the star of the show is Open Mike Eagle.
They say they looking for me, but I don't want to hear it. You can find me at the Park District volunteering with my hair disheveled and my sneakers scuffed. Or use your GPS and get your selling features up. I went to Africa, they played me on the radio. And did I wear the people out? Yeah, maybe so. Cause all they knew was jive, and all I do is vibe. And Bright Green Light made the program director lose his mind. He said, what type of rap is that? Ain't no bitches hoes, and I ain't even being funny, homie didn't know.
Check, check, check. You old middle of the road ass, don't know the code ass. Mid-range, flat EQ, not even low pass filter. You probably like gray better than silver. Closet full of short sleeve dress shirts for work like Dagwood or Dilbert. And if you was a nut, you'd be a Filbert. About as edgy as Bob the Builder. Yeah, your whole style's all butter knife. You make Jack McBride look like a gutter snipe. You probably get 10 types of offended at adult content and just a friend and do what you like. So do some helium. Sound of your voice is extra, extra medium. Anything to dress up your mediocre proscenium. Get zesty. I bet you go to karaoke nights and do kiss medleys. Yeah.
Introducing Open Mike Eagle, out of South Central LA's freestyle collective, Project Globe.
I've been rapping since I was 16. I've been rapping since I was in high school. I didn't start doing shows till I was in college, and I didn't write a song until I had to do my first show. And so started writing and recording in college, and then put out my first EP shortly after I moved out here. Just about every label I would want to deal with and where it would make sense, and these are all independent labels, I'm on their radar, we know each other. There's professional networking and relationships happening. So not only does it make more sense for me to deal with this particular style of label, it's easier because I'm already part of the machine in a sense. Whereas me trying to deal with a major label, I'm literally cold calling or cold emailing or trying to show up at somebody's office and trying to somehow put myself in a context to something that they understand or to something that's similar to what they sell. And what I do is really not like that.
The majors recoup, you know, they give you a whole bunch of money and take it back. With indie, it doesn't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? You're out there, you're making your own moves. And what's cool about indie is that if you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you can go far, you know, and you don't have to answer to anyone.
You know, me being a person that's, I mean, just about completely independent. I mean, I book 85% of my own dates. You know, I do all my own recording. I assemble a lot of my product on my own. I don't have time to really pull teeth to put myself in a situation that my momentum hasn't already carried me to. It just takes too much of my energy and resources away, where at the end of the day, I need to be trying to better my product as much as I can. I need to be trying to write a better song. I need to be trying to record a better verse. I need to be trying to find a better beat or make a better beat all the time.
You can be creative as you want. You can go to the left, put your middle finger up. It's still urban punk rock. You know what I mean? And be creative and do your own thing and still be successful and be monetarily successful by doing your thing. You don't got to go fit into this mode, because I think if I was growing up today and I seen what was going on, I wouldn't even have been infatuated by it and wanted to do this.
I probably wouldn't even be rhyming. If I grew up in hip-hop today, I probably would not be into hip-hop. I'd probably be in a martial arts or something.
Because you got to fit into this cookie-cutter category now, and back then you didn't. It was about going to the left as much as you can to be accepted. Now it's like you got to come into this zone right here where everybody's at to be accepted.
I was about 12 years old. There was this older cat that used to come to our building, and he used to come through and freestyle. He was a rapper. He was kind of like somebody everybody in the neighborhood looked up to because he was a rapper. So he would come through every day. We were all younger than him, so he would pick one person every day and he would take off on them. Just what they were wearing, whatever, you know, just you know, bagging and capping, you know, like you did when you were younger. It was my turn. And he basically, you know, just flashed on me, just started freestyling about me. You know, I went home, I was mad, so I had to challenge him. So before I started freestyling, I started writing. I would write a rhyme every day and go back to his crib. Me and my friend would go to his crib, ride our bikes to his crib, knock on his door, and start rhyming. And of course, he would kill us every day. We was using writtens and he was using freestyles. And he would kill us every day, you know, till I got older and I started building my skill up, and then I was finally able to beat him.
Anything you've just made up is a freestyle. And that means if you're kicking a written verse against somebody and you pull some lines out of the sky to connect the dots, well, then that part is freestyle. So it's what, 10, 15% freestyle, whatever, you know, percentage you want to give it. Usually you can tell when somebody's not coming completely off of the top because it's mostly terrible, especially if they're trying to stay on subject and they didn't think of absolutely anything. Then they're going to be grabbing all over the place. Occasionally they'll tug against something that sounds like it's relevant. But for the most part, and especially in battling, you're a fool not to think of anything. And even if you just thought of it in between rounds, it's still premeditated. Now, premeditated doesn't necessarily mean written, but, you know, you prepared a little bit. You did something potent because you're trying to win a competition where you have to say better things than the other person.
Without any further ado, are y'all ready to make battle rap history, y'all? And on my left, a battle rap legend. Y'all have seen him over the years annihilate mad opponents. Iron Solomon.
You a pissed off pipsqueak floating up Shit's Creek. The goals that you have for your life, I reached this week. See, my career's beginning to grow. Yours beginning on its decline. And here I sit on the throne. You sitting on the bidet. Because you ain't stacking no more paper. Your crap just got flushed. You ain't dropping no new shit. Your ass is washed up.
Philly, Pennsylvania. Word up! The live at Grizzlemania. With a bag full of dust I bought all the way from Cambria. On 5th Street, hotter than fish grease. So you fuck with DMC, who dick you on this week? More powerful than Solomon, stronger than King Samson. You got a following, fuck it, I wouldn't chance it. I cut the music back up, I kept jamming. Like I ain't hear him talking about money, them niggas scrambling. I got the word when I was in the spot gamming, how they hype his little white ass up like he the champion. But what he really looking for is a companion, somebody he can show how to fish and go camping. I can write all swinging and slow dancing, catch him with the right hand and reprogram him. What? To beat me, you gotta worship the devil. I mean, really know that nigga on a personal level. You can call me Magneto, how I work with the metal, but we can settle out of court, pitchfork and the shovel.
Battling is like a cross between freestyling and pre-written disses that you weave into the particular character.
When you rap battle face to face, the guy who's able to freestyle better is the one who will rip you down, because he'll just get on you in front of everybody talking about stuff that's right here and you could grab and touch and be relevant. So, you know, it's important to know that art.
In the battle, I think you come, guns cocked already. You know what you're going to say for the most part.
I remember one guy I had a battle with, and he beat me. I was like 14 years old, and I probably had my record was maybe 15-0. And I meet this guy who's maybe about 18, 19 years old, and he's ready to battle me. And my lyrics were so scientific, I would always win because of my vocabulary and lyrics. And I'm saying all these biochemist rhymes. I come from your throat, I spit the egg, the nucleus to the zygote, and I'm going through all this thing, right? And he said, MC Rakim, you know you ain't shit. I make you bow on your knees, nigga, and suck my dick. Yo, everybody started laughing. In the battle, I lost because of that stupidness. And I was like, wow, okay, let me go back and start making rhymes that's like more funny and more battle type.
I would have like stuff, like pieces of rhymes sometimes, mixed with freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Just and a lot of MCs do it. You probably don't never know. They won't tell you the truth. But I'll have like pieces of rhymes, you know what I mean? And I'll mix it in with freestyles, man, and it'll just keep going one after another, you know what I mean? And that's how we did it, man, you know what I mean? Like you start off with like 4 bars of a rhyme and then go into a freestyle and then another 4 bars or another 2 bars of a rhyme, and you'll say something about the person in front of you, then you keep on going, you know what I mean? So that's how I did it.
I think over time, it has become such a big deal to even exist in a freestyle or not to lose or have, punchlines ready. I think that some freestyle artists just have certain punchlines in their head that will go with pretty much anything.
You basically just wrote some shit to battle against this cat, and you wrote it in a fashion that's like, if I do forget something, I can freestyle and patch it up. So you still like it. But I don't think going into any battle, unless you say, we battling on who got the hardest rhymes. This is a freestyle battle. You can't write a goddamn thing. You can't write your name on your hand in this battle. You know what I'm saying? No. No pens allowed. Nothing.
When it comes to freestyling over a beat or battling over a beat versus battling a cappella, whereas you can see that when somebody doesn't have a beat, they have more time to type to kind of set up each line and deliver it and let the reaction happen. But that's actually more difficult to do than it looks, to let each line breathe like that, especially if you're trying to remember a long thing that you wrote. You know, some of these guys go for unlimited rounds where they'll kick 5 minutes worth of bars against this other person with no beat. And for me personally, it'd be easier to remember it all if it was on a metronome. I could use the rhythm to carry me through remembering everything. But having taken that away, there's kind of no safety net where like you could pause too long, forget what the next line is, and then where are you in your sequence if that's the way that you're putting it all together.
On the major stage of battle rap, like it is like you better be your pen game and your freestyle game, whatever you choose is your front leg, or whatever you choose is your tool, you better be good. Like if there's a room full of 20 rappers, all those 20 rappers don't suck.
You know, the big battlers out on the East Coast, they're all part of like the Smack URL Battle League. Cats like
DNA, Hollow the Don, Loaded Lux, Iron Solomon.
And I was self-taught. My education was intuition. School of Hard Knocks, paid my own dues and tuition. I used my aggressive disposition to get to disposition. That L I took didn't end the mission. That was intermission. I'm still player. It made me a hellraiser. Plus, I never been a grudge holder or an axe grinder. Hey, yo, watch your mouth. When I never been a grudge holder or an axe grinder, I just pass by you. If you a roadblock, I'm a fast driver. Even without no gas or a flat tire, I'm that writer who could turn the whole map into flatliners on paper. I got pad after pad for you manginas, hitting keys, a gigad's for you bitches like Quagmire. When I slacked my last time on Smack White, it got crab hyper. Heard him talk like he had what it take to attack iron, but you died soon as the contract was signed and the bag wired. Guess it ain't work out how you planned, cause I'm backfired.
Let's go! Give it up for my man Iron Solomon, yo! Meet Iron Solomon, a hungry young freestyler who came up in the New York battle scene and soon became its most infamous internet champion.
I always wanted to be a rock star. When I was a little kid, you know, I wanted to be Slash, and then it became Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z. I was rapping since I was probably about 9 years old and playing guitar at the same time. And, you know, writing rap songs and writing songs on guitar and playing in band, you know, doing Red Hot Chili Peppers cover songs and stuff like that. And then when I was about, I guess, 10 or 11, I switched to public school and, you know, kids were freestyling in class and it was a different environment. So that's when I started to not just write, but freestyle. It's a vicious world out there where kids are always talking shit to each other. So that was just part of the way we interacted. It was normal everyday life to talk shit to each other. So if we're freestyling, you know, you're bragging that I fucked your girl, I fucked your mom, you know, I'm gonna smack the shit out of the teacher, whatever it is. I wasn't that good at basketball, whatever it was, just drew me to battling. And once I started to get a little traction, you know, I saw it as a way to get a fan base, get my foot in the door, and, you know, build myself towards a career in music.
Today, having a bomb-ass freestyle, that can really, you can be seen now. You got the internet. You can shine off that extra hard. It ain't like being on the corner anymore. You can become a star off that, you know?
The game is oversaturated with a lot of people just trying to rap, you know what I mean? And that's cool. That's cool because rap, so that's where we took it, you know what I mean? It's real popular now, it got big, it got huge, that's how we wanted it, you know what I mean? So it's all good, but at the same time, we just got more, you know what I mean, BS than the stuff that's good, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of stuff that's just, it sounds so corny, man, you know what I mean? It makes it bad for the people that's good, because you gotta get through so much corny stuff in order to get to the real, you know what I mean?
To make it in showbiz, you need talent, drive, and a solid support system. Mike Eagle finds his support in his family.
I met my wife about 6 to 8 months after I moved out to LA. We got married a year later. Ace is probably the youngest art rap fan that there is, and he's a serious fan in the sense of fanaticism. His favorite rappers are Serengeti, MF Doom, Bus Driver, and sometimes me. He enjoys beats. He doesn't even know what he's doing yet in really any sense, but he really enjoys emulating and trying to do what he can in terms of making music. What's your rap name?
Open Mike Eagle.
That's your rap name? What's my rap name?
Open Mike Eagle.
We got the same rap name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we share it?
Yeah.
Cool.
We should share it because that's a good idea.
Okay. You gonna rap something real quick?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
All right.
When it's my turn, you can rap.
Okay.
Yeah, yo. Want somebody that y'all bad. Was very sweet, but it was a pretty good day because I was drinking water because that's why I was being a good boy because I ate my food because I was being a little bit good boy because it was a good boy because I was ever that no less than the rap. Here you go.
Very good.
Your turn to rap.
He's very observant and he learns things really fast. So him watching videos, these things are really imprinting into his mind. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that affects his development as a little weirdo rap kid. I would like him to do, you know, whatever makes him happy. I know it's a cliche answer, but if music doesn't make him happy, then I wouldn't want him to do music. And I don't have any problem with him doing music if he wanted to. The only thing in the world I really worry about him doing is playing football. That's the only thing, because I don't know, as a parent, there's just certain things you can't even see the same way. And you watch football, these guys look like they're getting hit by cars, and it's just other people. Like, So other than that, you know, whatever, I'm down for it. Down whatever.
The God Rakim says it ain't where you come from, it's where you're at. But where you came from has a lot to do with where you're going.
For me, like, my whole family is musicians. I never really had a question about whether or not I was going to be a rock star or whether or not I was going to be a musician, you know. I just saw it. I was around it. I was, you know, on a studio floor as a little kid. So it just seemed like the only option that made sense. And, you know, here I am still chipping away at it, you know. I don't know if it was like a specific moment that made me realize how big the battling thing could be and that could be a ticket, but it was like a time period when YouTube had first come out and I wasn't doing any self-promotion beyond, yo, let me battle this guy, let me do this, you know, at the same time making songs, making beats, and just trying to get my name out there. And then all of a sudden, you know, I got videos on YouTube that have, you know, 10,000, 20,000, 60,000, 80,000, and then I, you know, broke 100,000 views on some videos on YouTube, and like, you know, that was crazy. And then people started recognizing me. That was the moment, you know, just realizing the power of the internet and the power of word of mouth, and I didn't even do anything to promote it, you know what I mean? It just had a life of its own.
You know, you're on a big stage, there's a lot of money at stake, like $10,000, $5,000. You know, also there's, you know, probably 600 to 1,000 people watching every single round, you know? 30-second rounds, you know, probably about 8 to 12 bars depending on the speed of the beat. So you would probably have, you know, four lines in there in each round for every person. And you knew, because of there was preliminaries in every city, every major city, you knew who won those battles in every city, and you'd have a month to just get lines ready. You get there that day, and you see it's a room like this, and you see, oh, I know that, da 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 da. Sometimes there's like, a random guy that no one knows, but most of the time, like, oh, I've seen him at a cypher, I've seen him at a battle, I've seen him at a show. Like, you know who you're going up against, and you immediately, you know, think of stuff for that person. So you have like a lead-in or something like that, or you think of a punchline, what we call a pre-med or a premeditated punchline, and then you would just, you know, go no safety net. Or sometimes if you felt really cocky, if I felt really cocky, it was just no safety net, and I would just rip the person apart on things that I noticed at the moment and just start playing with the crowd, you know?
Hell yeah!
Hey, the fans saying I ain't ready for this legend plate.
Talk.
But why hesitate? Cause you'll miss 100% of the shots you never take, so I'm fucking shit up. No surprise, really, I'm Lennox and Belly. Y'all knew how I was cut from the jump. I don't play with rappers. It's simple, if I draw, you lose iron. We donating plasma, a nigga get stretched. If this drum clap at your hi-hat and through your tempo would be instrumental to your death, you gonna beat who? You gonna beat who? We not for play. Spine shot and a bullet from behind it fuck up your holiday. I'm on my shit every time. So you gonna make this a good match? You gotta pick better lines. Thought I was just finna die? They gassed you. And to be frank, this bitch better hide. That's how a nigga play. If I need something in my house, I run in errands. I got bills to pay. Thank you. I got bills to pay. Hey, chill. Hey, you think these bars ain't finna beat you? Crazy how you calling niggas legends when they just ordinary people. This shit absurd. Thinking he can see me, he wildin'. Bars. Check how I snap on the card like an EBT balance. You and I know Ruger might blow. The letter come out right before you die. That's a suicide note. Let's go. Bitch, you can't keep it real. You kill yourself.
there's so many kind of different scenes or different like leagues or whatever you want to call it, where people have battled over the years. And I was always doing the bragging rights, Scribble Jam, Fight Club, Brainstorm. I was like flying myself all over the country, going to different battles.
When it first started, they started shooting these little battles, and then it went way across the scene, all over America. Go to the internet, it's got like probably 1 million hits.
Let's see who has what it takes, who's built to survive in the world's most respected MC battle arena, the URL Ultimate Rap League.
You pitiful, trying to shoot your shot while you lose the top. Now you thinking you can rock with the champ? Are you stupid, Ak? Smack set you up. This a Costa Zab maneuver, Ak. He took the animal out the Zuda box for a Judah drop. I said, I'm strapped in. Yeah. I'll clap you in a coma. Madness. I could snap at any moment, and it's once again I'm here. See the Solomon cat? Like, what's your life like, Whitey? Then his pockets get tapped. Yeah. Then his pockets get tapped. Then his pockets get tapped. Then his pockets get tapped.
Chill. We good. You once was a breath of fresh air. When did this become a gag to you? Every time we see you choke, I just want to strangle you. Let's not pretend your friends cutting him slack as noose. You've been given too much rope by dopes that hang with you. Oh, Red, you were the worst. Sue surfed the first, now choking every other battle. Just how New Jersey twerk. You clowns heard me. How's anyone from your town worthy if now Jersey is basically slang for ending your round early? Now you should be well worried. You snap under less pressure and choke through more rounds in them African neck stretchers. I mean, forget being king if you can't... forget being king if you can't write more memorable things because you struggle to hold your head up when you stick out your neck in these rings. And if you don't choke... it's because his admiration made him practice for me. Only reason Red capable, because he matador me. Red cape, a bull, matador. This is no Spain, but for charging me in the ring, this'll be where Olay 6 feet be our deepest... 6 feet will be our deepest continent if he's forgotten it. Black, rewarding these accomplishments, there's got to be some consequence. Y'all want to see these thoughts of his on screen for the people watching this? Y'all paid for the pay-per-view, bow! Now you can stream his consciousness!
All right, nowadays they threatening you. Fuck your mother, I'll kill you, get my lyrics so kidnap your kids. You're like, I don't want to rap after that. I'm not tough as that, sir. I can't go no harder than that. You know what I mean?
You not even a op. In front of me, you a prop. Food to feed to the crock. A pair of feet in a spot. You just the cheapest he got when we needed to swap. Y'all know the story. A Jew put JC in a plot. You trying to cross your author? I am not no martyr. But if surf was in my way, I would have walked on water. The son of... You trying to cross your author? I am not no martyr. But if surf was in my way, I would have... The son of God can't son of God. Boy, I would wash your father. Hell, I bet I'm the baddest white devil you ever danced with, right? And how I've been up in the Antichrist. See, I've written out this chapter to bring about the rapture, beginning with putting this shepherd out to pasture. I let the blind flock to the sheep in wolf's clothing, because my stock ain't going nowhere. I got the goat pen, so fuck what you heard in scriptures other people have said. I know JC and these Bible verses been getting beaten to death, but how I execute it is dexterous. Operations perform perfectly. These scrubs address me. Solomon does surgery to open minds, and a poltergeist takes over my soul. You see the demons I channel. You can't remotely control, so push my buttons.
Back in 2005, technology caught up with time. Websites came out, YouTube. YouTube was a monster where it allowed people to upload videos and everything like that. When those platforms, the World Stars, the YouTubes came out, it kind of depreciated the value of just regular hip-hop content. On a physical format, because people used to basically take the DVDs and upload it up to these platforms, and then everybody got access to this content for free. So, we had to make a decision to basically, create a new website where we could have people just come to the actual central location where they can have access to the content, basically we made the transition from physical distribution to digital distribution.
As far as independent artists are concerned, you get your music out there to the masses. It's a beautiful tool.
But first, let me talk to the folks about bars over jokes. To me, real MCs who spit hard can do both. I got punchlines, personals, and rap with conviction, so the slogan I'm upholding is facts over fiction. No reason to lie, son. We both agreeing that I was just defending my title the final season of Fight Club. You backed out like a prudish square playing Truth or Dare. Knew you'd take a dive like a tourist wearing scuba gear. Gave a cheap excuse we ain't buying like a souvenir. I end up battling some random rapper who was there. Told the crowd I only battled this bitch because Mook was scared. Mook didn't say shit or do shit, and you was there. I'll wait a few more years while you prepare. And now you just pop up? Well, I'm only battling this bitch because Hollow got locked up. Then I see Murder Mook on Murder Lab or Murder Gangy at. I was certain he be strapped to serving crack to work a pack. I said, what's up, Mook? I thought he said was cracking to go brat. But instead he said, I've been taking classes up at Pratt. You was looking shook in Brooklyn while me rolling through the ghetto with him. He think iron's a copper, so nobody'll meddle with him. I said, fuck protecting rappers after what happened to Sean Poe. Since you think I'm Poe 9, I'ma beat him 5-0. See, even though I look the part, I actually hate police. Get heated when I be around a pork like bacon grease. You wouldn't think a white Jew goes ham, but I do. This guy's too sick to lose till pigs fly. Well, swine flu. You a sheep in wolf's clothing. I'm a wolf in disguise. When my teeth is all showing, I pull wool over eyes. I might look like the type to win a Pulitzer Prize till I pull it surprise and I bullet your eyes.
If you're in a barbershop, you know, it's about those 20 people that are there. If you're in a 1,500 person venue, it's about the people that are there. And then now it's about the people online, you people that are going to see the video, and you have to appeal to that crowd.
If I was in high school right now and I know I can, you know, get my talent visually heard and seen, you know, I would be doing the same thing. I would be battling cats on camera and trying to get my name out there too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of dudes, they don't even know the first steps to even get into the studio.
Just as New York redefined music as we know it with hip-hop, Los Angeles redefined the art of freestyling to mean not just kicking a rhyme, but making it up on the spot. Complete improvisation. And it all started on Crenshaw Boulevard.
All right, right now we're right in the middle of Leimert Park. We're on 43rd place in Leimert Boulevard. And Leimert Park has been a place where throughout LA's history, Leimert Park has always kind of housed all the black culture. And it's been a place where people have been able to come and jam on all different types of genres. And right here in particular at this building, Chaos Network, this is where that's happened on the rap side of things. Well, The Good Life is where it all began, and that was, you know, maybe a mile down the way from here.
Right across the street is The Good Life, where it all started, man.
What's up, you guys? You're at my restaurant, Earl's Grill. We're on Crenshaw and Exposition. Been in the community 27 years. For those of you who know our career and our history, we started with a hot dog cart back in '86. In the music industry, I was fortunate to have been signed with Ice Cube. I was very fortunate to have been ghostwriting for Eazy. And I was one of the few fortunate artists to even venture into a place called The Good Life. It was one of the only few venues that even attempted to showcase and highlight what was really going on in the LA underground scene.
It was already a health food store directly across the street, but it was on B Hall and her son. Like, this whole area has always been dedicated to trying to keep the youth from all the projects is right there, the jungles. It's right there. Up the way, you know, it's jungles. Like, it's gangbangs here, like shit. She gave us a spot to come and say, meet the other kids like you. This is what, and she enforced, no cursing, no battling on each other, no none of that. If you got a beef, handle that. But no cursing, no cuss, no mamas, no none, no nothing. No gangs, no nothing. Like, and this when this turned into like, fuck a gang, nigga. I don't want to, nigga. I'm going to The Good Life.
It was a place too where different hoods met up, and where, you know, there could be some gangbanging activity and things of that nature. I wondered myself, what was the magnetism of Crenshaw in general, around that Crenshaw King, that Leimert Park area, to where
from the early jazz days, the world stage, Billy Higgins on through, you know, people that claim Burt Park now. Project Blow, you know, the Kendrick Lamar, Terrence Martin, it's just all these talented people that stem, and I think it's because of the different artistry and the culture that fed off each other. Like, I feel like I'm a better MC because of my jazz things, or the musicians and the theoretical approach.
When I went there, I realized, man, everyone's great. I need to step on my game. So I went there every week and just dove in. I got booed off the stage a lot of times, but I just wanted to learn how to, you know, rock a crowd, to, you know, give a good show, to be my own personality, but kind of, you know, please the people, but kind of like, oh man, that dude is dope. So it was, I just dove into it.
If you ever went to the Good Life, if you ever went to Leimert Park, all you've seen was people snapping on people, battling everybody, circles over here, circles over there on stage, people getting booed, please pass the mic. Gangster rappers that's really gangbanging with pistols on them, rapping on stage, and people being scared to tell them to pass the mic because they think they're going to get shot or something. Like, that whole scene deserves a movie.
This right here, this was the Good Life, right here. They done changed it. It ain't even deep in there like it used to be. It used to go all the way back to the back. This was the Good Life. This is where peace was born. This is where my life changed. This is where we changed your life.
To make it in the current rap battle arena, you need skills, punchlines, and talent. You also need to be willing to be humiliated in public. Not everyone is cut out for the battle circuit.
This is the legendary Pyramid Club. This is the Lower East Side, Manhattan. Lower East Side, a lot of history, classic New York. Pyramid Club in particular, you know, a lot of upcoming acts, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Madonna, pretty much everybody in that scene coming up would perform here, you know what I mean? And now it's the home of the longest running weekly open mic in New York City, end of the week, end of the WEAK, which is also every Sunday night. They do freestyle competitions, they do, you know, showcases, perform a song, you know, spit a verse to the DJ. They do a competition called the MC Challenge, where, you know, the first round you spit like a written verse with punchlines. Second round you spit a acapella, you know, something personal, something meaningful maybe. Third round you spit the freestyle grab bag round. You have a bag or a box of items, and you reach in and pull out items and have to be spontaneous and put them together, you know. Fourth round is beat juggling. So the DJ will be playing some regular boom bap hip hop shit, and then all of a sudden switch it up. It'll be some double time, you know, Southern, something crazy, and it might be Britney Spears or Michael Jackson, and you gotta just keep rapping and not miss a beat, you know, stick with the flow. And then the last round is the cypher skills, where you gotta play off of somebody else's energy and show that you can count bars, you know, and then go off the last thing they said. So as opposed to a battle which only shows your battle ability, you know, as an MC, the MC Challenge shows, you know, a much more well-rounded picture of you as an MC, freestyle shit, written shit, you know, punchline stuff, more meaningful stuff. So something that's a holdover from an era in New York where this kind of event was important, you know what I mean? And it still is important, because this is one of the only ones that really is doing it the way that it was done and the way it's supposed to be done, you know? People rapping outside, people rapping inside, you know what I mean? It's hip-hop, you know?
The Good Life was more, let's just say, for seniors. Let's just say seniors. When we started this here, there was a whole nother kind of young MC coming up right up under our feet. We saw this, we knew this, like, we got to do something. AC said, well, you know what? I want to battle. I want to be able to cuss this nigga the fuck out if I want to. We couldn't do that there. That's Mecca. That's epicenter. No. Let's go down the street and still keep it in the hood, and I get my own, and I can cuss this fool out the way I want to. Now, that's the difference between The Good Life and Project Blow. Same theory, same ethics. It's just, I can whoop your ass here, and I can't whoop your ass right there.
Lyricist Lounge came out when I was like in high school, back when I first started using the internet. And I was like, man, I want to find something like that in the West Coast. And I just did Google searches, and then I heard of Project Blow. Then my brother told me there was something in Leimert Park that happens every Tuesday. When I was 17, I went for the first time. Then when I graduated, my graduation night, I went there late at night. There was only 4 people there, but I ended up rapping. The shows at Project Blowed were in Chaos Network. Like, 43, 43. I was like on the corner, there's people rapping, drinking 40s, stress blunts, Crips, weirdos, all in between.
The interesting thing there was watching people's styles develop while challenging those rules, but remaining inside of that structure, where once you got to Project Blowed here in '96, when the AC Alone and Ab Rule brought it here, they brought it here and collaborated with Ben Caldwell, who owns the spot, and one of the things that they wanted to do was create a spot with no rules at all.
I'm the owner and director of this place called Chaos Network. We initially named this place Chaos Network because in 1984, I started this as a computer matrix kind of a thinking concept. We were connecting 5 community centers together, and then I started working with these youth, trying to figure out, is there a free way to work with them by setting up a neutral zone where they can create and nurture what I would call the avant-garde.
So any kind of language, any kind of rap styles, really any kind of content, and the only structure imposed was the crowd being able to say, please pass the mic, and that to cause somebody to have to get off stage, like Apollo style, and so it was the onus for creating the structure was all on the crowd, and happened to be a crowd full of really awesome rappers. So the quality was really high, and that created this kind of atmosphere, people challenging each other to try to take this thing as far as they can go and really explore and push the boundaries of rap.
Leimert is like Chocolate City to center of LA. It's like, if you're an artist, if you're into jazz, if you're a musician, if you're a breakdancer, if you're a b-boy, if you do graffiti, any of that, this is where you would go.
You know how, like, in Greece, they would, like, throw people in the Coliseum with wild animals, and, like, you'd have to, like, fight for your survival. You have to, like, come back with the skull of the animal. It's kind of one of those kinds of things. Everybody is really dope and really aggressive. So as soon as you step foot on that corner, 4343 Leimert, people are coming at your head, and you have to get your skills up just to defend yourself. You know what I mean? And then we all come out of the Blowed Academy like little monsters,
There's a lot of similar styles from Good Life. But there was a generational thing that started to develop, too, in Project Blow, where younger MCs hung out with each other, and those younger MCs other them. Like, I don't know how many generations we have now. I think it's like 3, 4 different generations.
Yeah. Watching ESPN, I think that was Hugh Douglas. I like this set. You can tell they got a huge budget. Who's the dude running with the football, about to get tackled? He needs to change his diet and eat some apples, or else, lose some inches on the waist size, on his waistline. That way he can face fine defenders and move because he's elusive, and they'll be playing sports and we'll be here doing this music.
Grapevine's relentless, man, I'm in the trenches, kind of like a DN, I don't never pretend, man, I'm on the deep end, man, this is how I begin to kick the freeze in any season, for any reason, my whole life is like the ill news from the real city blues, city shoes, they scuffed up, fucked up, your city lose, take losses, bounce back like bosses, flow like a faucet, till I'm retarded.
I don't get carded, I look kind of old, but I'm bold, and she's the one that's staying away from the blow,
Project Blow remains more of a mainstay for LA West Coast sound, underground hip-hop sound, which has definitely carried hip-hop a lot through the years, period.
The Blowed was a thing for the 90s and early 2000s. What's ended up happening, though, is this rapper Verbs from my crew, the Swim Team, he started this night called Bananas, which is a monthly, and it's created this kind of eclectic, mixed bag kind of feel. It's a little bit more appropriate for the times.
My name is Verbs. We got DJ Tony Sue, DJ El Ray in the house. This is Bananas. We do it every third Tuesday. Yeah, man, it's gonna get started real soon, man. Got a bunch of cool people performing and shit. I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was taking me to like places in other parts of the city, like Echo Park or Silver Lake, downtown, house shows, all sorts of shit. And then she had the idea, like, yo, I want to throw an event here. She's like, you should help me book rappers, and I'll book bands. And Project Blow was still going on. So, I was like, yo, we could do it in Leimert. Like, Ben's all about some pro-black young people shit. Let's do this, whatever. I try to make it like a festival once a month, every third Tuesday. That's the vibe I would try to go for, because like, you know, this is a big homie fest, man, and, you know, yeah.
I think the movement that they're doing now hasn't been labeled. You know, I don't think it has a name. I don't think hipster explains it. I don't think hip hop really explains it. And so I think what we're seeing now with Bananas is a hip hop broth with the gumbo not described yet.
They say the key to success in any field is 10,000 hours practice. Yes, it is only through intense hard work and repetition that a person could truly achieve greatness.
And now we go to St. James, between Fulton and Gates, where Biggie grew up. I think my top rappers are Jay-Z, Eminem, Tupac, and Biggie, definitely Biggie. I like to go there sometimes, just, you know, eat some McDonald's in front of Biggie's crib. Yeah, this is the one right here. 226 St. James, Clinton Hill, right next to Bed-Stuy. This is where Biggie Smalls, Chris Wallace was born and raised. This is the neighborhood. All the stories that he's telling and the, you know, the situations he's describing, it's here. It all happened here, you know? I think that Biggie was, you know, he brought like a level of honesty that you didn't always see at that time. You know, he obviously had the grandiose narratives and, you know, this larger than life stuff going on, but he was also being 100% extremely honest about the struggle and the frustration or the pain or whatever difficulties he was going through. I think Biggie being here and the neighborhood changing and evolving and certain elements staying the same, you know, it's that same dichotomy that he represented when he was alive of the everyman, the struggle, but something bigger and grandiose and possibility and change, but also a constant, you know? Here, Biggie's still here, you know what I mean? Projects are still here, funeral home's still here. A lot of things change and a lot of things stay the same. So you see the past in the present, you know? And Biggie's the past and the present right now, you know? And the future, because he's gonna continue to influence and inspire younger generations. And, you know, there's probably a kid in that project building right now writing rhymes at his desk, looking out the window at the Biggie mural. And this might be how he found out about Biggie, was because he saw his face on this wall. And so now Biggie's the future again, you know?
Just like a freestyle, life could be a series of quick decisions and spontaneous reactions. When the MC missteps, we call it falling off. You can fall off in a rhyme, or you can fall off in life. It's all about the decision you're forced to make on the spot.
Got a lady and I'm on my way to meet her. Gonna form a union like a local group of teamsters. Get your tweezers, doing by your research. Hot enough to press a graphic image to a t-shirt. Party people, if you're hungry, get a spoon. I've been the same laws that put a monkey on the moon. Load a missing link between a human and baboon. You can watch the words flutter like they flew from a cocoon.
I am doing a massive merch mail out. We had a little financial hardship at home, and so I printed up a special edition of one of my CDs that had never been available in that way. It was an EP I put out before. And, you know, put them in a cool little package, a little floppy disk cover for the CD. I pressed up 100 in this floppy disk case, this particular EP, and I've sold about 50 since I announced it last week. This one's from Georgia. Got an order from London, Ontario, Canada. Got an order from England on here. Lots of places all over California. Got an order from Australia on here. The Netherlands, East Coast, Baltimore, Madison, Wisconsin. Got a pretty good variety of locales. I don't have a day job now. I have a little hustle though. Like, I do graphic design sometimes. I can make a little money on the side that way too. But most of my income comes from music related stuff. You know, it's not too far out of the range of anything that I would actually be doing. Sometimes things get hard, and you know, I end up looking on Craigslist because I used to be a teacher, so I got a lot of experience with kids. I got I got a college degree and all that. So occasionally things get bad enough. I'm on Craigslist looking to see what I can do. But the realistic, when it comes down to the practicality of it, I got to get something that allows me to be able to travel because I make a good amount of money on the road. So it's always tough for me to envision what a real job would be like. When it comes to budgeting, like I can pretty accurately say what I'm gonna bring home from a tour, and I can pretty confidently say I'll tour twice a year. So that much I can count on. Other than that, it's really difficult.
Anybody that wants to be their own business, you have to believe I'm the best and I can do it. Because if you don't, I mean, everybody else is getting a job, going to college to work for somebody else. So entrepreneurs have to believe I can do it, I'm gonna make it. If you think anything different, you're not gonna give 110% and you probably will fail. You give up when you're dead, and biting the bullet is you do what you can until, but if it's your passion, I'm a firm believer, some people aren't cut out for this. So if it's not really your passion and you think, yeah, I'm the rapper and I deserve everything, then you're in the wrong business.
Building a reputation that precedes you can be a blessing and a curse. For Iron Solomon, one wonders if his notoriety as a battle rapper has started to restrain him as an artist.
The funny thing about the whole battle scene is that they suffer from being stuck in the comfort zone just as much as anybody else. Battling is awesome, but it's definitely a step towards bigger things, There's only a few battle rappers I know that's all they want to do. Most of these guys want to sell millions of records and be on TV, music videos, tons of things like that. But they get pulled into the battle scene because it's sustained itself to a point where you can make some money, and it's kind of its own enemy, and a lot of these guys, they're at the top at one point, and they continue to battle and lose or get served, and it's and it's a wrap.
Being a great freestyler and making a record is two absolutely different things. A freestyling would be considered to a guy that could solo on a guitar, but if you sat him in and said make a melody, make an arrangement, he couldn't do it. He can solo his ass off, but he can't think of a song.
There's certain skills that if you develop that skill, it doesn't translate. Developing that skill of delivering those lines without the beat, and it's like you're tearing somebody down, and it's a very particular skill. It doesn't translate well into other mediums.
A lot of these battle rap, freestyle rappers, they can't make an album. They don't know how to make an album. You know what I mean? They could have a good battle. And a lot of people watch it, they'll get a lot of views if it's on the internet and stuff like that. But when it comes time to make an album, it's like they can't deliver. You know what I mean? It's like a different animal when you're making an album. It gotta be a package. It gotta be something different. You know what I mean?
People can freestyle all day. That don't mean that they're artists. You know what I mean? You got to be able to write songs. You got to know when to stop rhyming. Sometimes too much rhyming, sometimes we don't want to hear too much rhyming. Like, slow down, slow that shit down. I just want to sing the song with you.
The reason why the skill sets are different between an individual that can write a good rap or write a good song and someone that can freestyle well but maybe not be so adept at making good songs is the mechanics of the creative process.
Making records is a whole nother zone. You got to make hooks. You got to make things that are very catchy. And sometimes you have to dumb down your ability to make records.
I think there are times where, I definitely feel that people are appreciating me for one thing. That's just a piece of what I do. And, they want a very particular thing from you. They don't want to see Michael Jordan play baseball. And I might do a show and the show's going great, and I do acapellas in between the songs because I like to draw people in and just switch up the pacing, and somebody might come up and that could be their favorite part.
Because see, once you're so far into the freestyling, once you focus solely on freestyling, then that's who you are. And when you don't mix it up and practice it, you kind of just pigeonhole yourself to staying one person.
I would love to be in a position where I had the type of movement and following where it made sense to partner with a major label because they have muscle, you know? Battle rap is just one piece of hip-hop music, and hip-hop music is just one piece of music. And I'm first and foremost like a music lover, and then hip-hop is my main squeeze, you know, and battle rap is just her titty, you know? So I'm trying to milk the other one, and then I'm trying to work my way down, you know?
They know I'm at a level that they never could attain, never could attain, so they mention my name. Mama's babies living largely, acting crazy in the party. I go shopping on Rodeo, and them places never charge me. Being lazy, show up tardy, burning haze and sipping 40s. Every night a different city, every day a different shorty.
A lot of those fans who watch these battles, they don't want to see a lot of those rappers doing songs and like in a music video. Like if a battle rapper makes a song about love, like, you know, the battle rappers think they're soft now.
I might have someone come up to me in the street and say they're a huge fan, and they don't, you know, they ask me when am I dropping an album, you know, when are you putting out a mixtape, and they have never heard my mixtape or my album, and they're not aware that I have another one coming out.
Now, bunch of clowns just jealous cause they want the crown. I won the belt, but now I gotta buckle down. Headed for the 12th, about to be the toughest round. Squaring off with the clock, time's running out.
So we're going on tour for 2.5 weeks. We're starting in LA, we're doing the Bay, we're going out through Phoenix and New Mexico, all the way through Texas to Louisiana, and then we come back through like Oklahoma, I think we come back through Arizona, and back through California, and we end in Sacramento. The West and the Southwest has been like a fertile touring ground for like indie cats and underground cats from LA for a long time, so this is kind of like a beaten path that started years ago, that, you know, the fandom is already kind of developed, and Bus Driver's fandom in particular. So he's, you know, taking me and No Can along an established route so we can kind of, you know, all get on together and make a splash that way.
Check. Yeah. I've been following my creed since a teenager, writing in more run-on sentences than the dialogue up in Speed Racer. See, we ain't new to this, and you can tell how we copy floppy computer discs. I'm a futurist, so I don't rock a crucifix. I keep it deep in the dirt on some Rosicrucian shit, yeah. I'm on that free thinking double talk. My people's out there like NASA's space shuttle walks. I'm cultivating epiphanies out of subtle thoughts. My people stay serving instead of crossing the line to the judges called double fold. We got a secret though, we used to keep it low. Us and them same judges is tighter than some needle nose pliers. Time to let the people know through the wires. The higher ups keep below the surface. I haven't seen them, but I heard it, y'all. And who would mislead us on purpose? Hellfire is the club, Swim is the team, Bloat is the project, the free thinkers scream. But whatever they want, they feel free, so they can have whatever they want. Y'all feel free? It goes Hellfire is the club, Swim is the team, Bloat is the project, the free thinkers scream. But whatever they want, they feel free, so they can have whatever they want. They want.
If I'm to be honest with you, right now, I feel absolutely insane. My emotional levels are out of control. And part of that is just the transition from being on stage to going back to regular civilian life. There's no manual for it, and I found it to be very difficult, because when you're on stage, you get to enjoy the full benefits of supported egomania. They all belong to you, and they all know it, and there's, in accordance with that, there's an experience of command and of center of attention, and I actually enjoy it quite a bit.
I went to bed at midnight, and then the clock said 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and close your eyelids, and then tell me what you see.
So we did a bootleg show last night. It went pretty cool. Not quite how I had planned. I mean, I wanted a little bit more homecoming rah-rah. I wanted the crowd to like give me a little bit more than they were giving me. And it's kind of important that my stage show maintain a certain level of energy. Because in this independent lane where nobody's really selling records, nobody's selling albums, the stage show is the only way that's going to make some money. And it's important for me and this guy that I bring some income in.
Mike I've known for years, and I've seen him transition from like the street freestyler to, okay, let me sell some CDs, let me get a website together. And throughout all these years, his family was growing at the same time, not just his career.
As he continues to expand beyond his battle rap reputation, Iron Solomon heads to Los Angeles for some networking and industry opportunities. But he is going to do it his way.
I guess a lot of people come to LA or are in New York trying to be on camera as much as possible or, you know, promote themselves, but I have kind of a funny relationship with fame. You know, I wouldn't have a MySpace page back in the day or Facebook or Twitter if I wasn't an artist. I'm not into it like that. I'm hoping out here to make some connections that allow me to do some things behind the scenes more, because it's not always right for me to be on camera. I don't always enjoy it, you know? Now I'm out in LA, making the rounds, taking meetings, getting in the studio with some people, doing some writing, and, you know, seeing where it takes me. I think most people want fame, period, and take various routes to get to it. I love making music, and I would love to be well known for making great music, being a great rapper, but I like being on the subway, you know, and not having anybody know who I am. So, you know, I need to find a balance between notoriety and privacy.
Back in Los Angeles, Mike Eagle has returned from his tour and booked a gig at his old stomping ground, Bananas at Leimert Park. The hometown hero returns to the scene of the rhyme.
Like motherfucker feeling awesome, damn. Like a girl's friend is fucked with an awesome man. All right. My main man, 50 grand, 100,000. Open my Eagle is next. Let's get ready.
Check, 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 yeah, yeah. Can we get the mic up a little? Chaos Network, yo, this is the house of the blow, right? So it's only right I set it off with some freestyle shit, right? Y'all ready? Make some noise out there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how we do it. It's improvisational music. They can't see it because they translucent. They don't know how we do it. They grab the microphone and then they blew it. They host it. It's not a movement. It's at a standstill. Whole flow is garbage like the contents of a landfill. Open hit them off the top of their head like an anvil. They'll have a big ass headache. They need some Advil. MCs think they got rap skill. I'm laughing at their lack of skill because they fall off just like petals on a daffodil. They vaginas, they need some Massengale. And that's a douche. Watch my operation push. I concentrate and turn these MCs into juice as I get loose. MCs, I just turn up the turbo boost if it gets cold. That's how I do it, like I'm boost to go. And I grab the microphone and get loud, crowd lose control. That's just how we do it. Come on, put your hands up unless you embarrassed because your sweater got too much dandruff. It's all good, yeah. They can be blind and get Dagwood in this hood or that hood. It don't even matter though. I hold it down. MCs because I'm thick as like Havana Joe's. MCs get put on reservations like the Navajo. Stabbing yours when you come through just on some bullshit. I'm right here at the blow. This is my fully pulpit. Open, I be preaching. Watch your brains, I'm reaching. Piss on them. Give me my respect. It's like Aretha. We do it because I'm a monster. See me like I'm Sasquatch. I'm rapping right now. Yo, hold that shit up, Rob Shot. Yo, how y'all feeling? Hands open, Mike Eagle. Big up to Verse, the swim team. Big up to all of y'all coming out.
Make some more noise to Open Mike Eagle, everybody! Dude, when I was coming up as a young rap puppy, how goes it?
Oh, yeah, oh shit, yeah, oh, check, yeah, oh, Chillin' in the Mert, about to put in work, watch I'm feeling on the skirt, I'm about to fucking squirt, and then I'm gonna go cop a squirt, I'm from the liquor store, yeah, from the West Coast, best flows, yeah man, West Coast, yes,
and I'm hitting just like asbestos, rap with my chest closed, I have them fucked up just like XOs at the end of a letter, cold but better, MCs don't understand how we stress these ill letters, yeah, we do that cause they don't acknowledge rapper shit, I come through with the ball all the way black Colin Kaepernick, that's what I do, the second man in the who's who, rapping I'm taking the power just like a fuse blew, yeah.
Like a fuse blew, it's like a who's who of talking that shit, spitting, flipping, dropping doo-doo, committing voodoo, York to Englewood and chill with hipster off with white bitches who don't mingle good, yeah, I put them in, they wanna lick the wood, then I hit it good, I do the shit like you wish you could, like I'm from a different hood, nah, Upper West, the fucking best, you wanna come and test, I'm unimpressed, I done it best, I done it east, I done it west, I done you, done him, done her, and I done the rest, and I'm, if I had it, got mad at it, now I don't want it, that's why I don't always gotta go flaunt it, the most evil cats is always humble, that's why I'm in a jungle, I rumble, but I mumble.
Go ordered up, so ordered them, iconic, I blow it up like C4, the pipe bombing, yeah, I go raw like I don't like condoms, god damn it, I am fucking awesome, 2 times used to watch fucking Blossom and say whoa like Joey, I'm Project Bluey, that's why I learned how to flow it, my flow so stoic, it's black history, I'm so historic,
Yo,
historic
I'm
in
New
the
York
February.
Project Chloe. I learned how to rap in the Project Poe. That's where it's pissing in the projects all day. And learning to rap was my project always. From the
Always,
beginning.
like they need maxi pads. They're running away from the cipher in a taxi cab. They can't take it. Coconut juice can full of alcohol until I hurt myself like I was Pal Gasol. Yeah, that's what they do with the ankle. I cut them up and stretch and make them ligaments dangle. I strangle geometric to different angles. Got the fishing line shit. They can't disentangle. It's the dopeness. It's in their focus and they the focus. Engineered to make them disappear. Hocus pocus. My flow is the locust and it swarms with the humble bees. MCs wanna fall just like some tumbleweed. Yeah.
I'm really quite sharp. My words be whistling through the air like darts, and I attack just like a great white shark. My rhyme book is decorated with bite marks, and my style's a rare mix of horror flicks. Stephen King's a mix with a little of Blair Witch. Projects, my concepts is all fresh. Me and my Nia we about to conquest. My family tree branching like Congress, so y'all rest, cause there isn't any contest. I took your baby moms out to Baja Fresh. I rocked the tux, her Lady Gaga dress. Aha, yes, your party ain't nothing but a sausage fest. I'm trying to go to Austin, Texas to massage breasts. You trying to disrespect the kid, the ex-kid, come on.
Like ostriches, necklaces, in case no other nigga get next to it, I rock it. For any cat that's up in a circle, I'm from the shy where people get shot in their church clothes. That's how they do. I try to breathe, but my inhales fail me. Wonder why, then see chemtrails daily. The shit falls down, they try to bury them, soak them with barium, but that's just what they dropping, though. Make them bend just like the muscles in their abdominals. They thought they flow was local, it's just fucking topical. Regrow like the hair grows, my flow got naughty arrows to make you stand stiff like a scarecrow, yeah. That's how we do it.
Mannequin. You stand stiff like a mannequin. It's like you going hand in hand with Anakin. Time for you to start fucking panicking, cause it's that man again. Can it be so uncannily? But I ain't nobody's X-Men, cause them bitches are still mine, especially if they real fine. So you should get in line. How I'm spitting like I'm in charge this time. Outside my crib is like the March of Dimes, cause them bitches all wanna call, cause they on the balls. Somebody roll up some more marijuana, y'all. Get the liquor store on a call and tell them to deliver here. Listen here, this fiscal year I'm like a pistolier. I shoot them down, the newest dude in town. I'll show you how to rock and abuse the crown. I'll burn it down, you can have it and use it now.
Uncle Luke Doodle Brown.
So where do these struggling artists fit into the modern music industry? And can you freestyle your way through life? Damn right you can. Just like music, life is about taking chances. And if you fall off, then you get right back up. Grab the mic and rhyme again. This is life. This is hip-hop. This is freestyle. End of story.
Yeah. Yeah, one time for your mind. Yeah. If the gap like delicious QP. One time. Literal master coming back to blast your gifted gab rhyming. Yo, chapter after chapter. After I'm done, there will be no more. I grab the microphone and begin to soar. I pour literature, consider it your legitimate, pure talent on the microphone. I'm gambling, I'm giving it all that I got when I rock the spot. Gifted gab, yo, take it from the bottom to the top. Check out the style I'm about to play. Just doing these lyrics here in LA. Yo, when it comes to lyrics, yo, we don't play. Gifted gab up on the mic, making rappers decay. I ride the beat through the beat like a roller coaster. When I'm on the microphone, you know that my soul will boast a little bit of style. You know that I had inside of my body playing rappers just like Madden games. Rappers is tame, rappers is lame. Every time I'm on the mic, you'll never be the same again. I'm on another plane, man. My brain is about to explode and I'm about to cause flames to erupt. But I'm not gonna burn down Malibu. On the microphone, come back, can you do what this rapper does when he's on the microphone, even if I'm sober or I'm buzzed? GA lyrical all day, every evening. On the microphone, yo, I give you that feeling. Reeling, bobbing, moving, weaving. Everybody on the microphone, I'm so intriguing. Gift the gab up on the microphone, I'll be the fiend. And when I step up on the microphone, you know I'll be the verbal king. I step up on the microphone here in LA. On the microphone, I kick a rapper like Pele. Kicks the soccer ball, I used to kick it back in the days when I'm ripping it's accurate. And I slay in competition, on a mission. Gift the gab, I'm domination. And I'm bombing men and women. Listen, again and again, and I leave y'all trembling, winning the tournament like I'm playing Wimbledon. I'm in again, get the gap, it's infinite, and when I get up on the mic, I'm flying. Everybody know I'm ripping from America all the way to Mount Zion. I'm flying high up in the sky like an eagle. Never stop, cause my style is so regal. G-A-B, up on the mic, never stop. Please, they be telling me to take it to the top, and I do every single time. I just live here to rhyme and rhyme and rhyme and rhyme all day. I gotta say, yo, I used to do this shit way back in the day, and I'm going good to this shit till I decay. Yo, check it out, every rapper I will slay. Gift the gab up on the mic, and I do it because of the feeling and the way that makes me feel. The buzz that I feel inside of my bones. And gift the gab here up on the microphone. Just rocking it, never gonna stop it. This topic after topic is so damn tropical. Third eye vision coming out of my optical. If a fool steps up, you know I'm about to mop a fool. And for me to stop rapping, it's improbable. When I'm on the microphone, I got a job to do. Gift the gab, mopping you, stopping you, chopping you down to your fragments. Daggets, got to do damage. Peace, G-A, lyrical, miracle, there we go, get this epic, my mind's a numerical order as I slaughter my rapper, causing a disaster, thinking faster than the speed of light, indeed, I'm right in the middle of the night, if you're black, I want to strike like lightning, someone Tyson, fight like Tyson, I am the one.